Got a word from our sponsor, Manscaped. They're the leaders in below the belt male grooming. They're the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. The Lawnmower 4.0 is still undefeated to this day. Nobody has beaten it. Ceramic blades, advanced skin safe technology to help cut down on those grooming accidents. It is waterproof so you can shave in the shower, and it has an LED light so you can shave in the dark in the shower. But do not get out of that shower because we have package deals for you, man. In case you're a fan of package deals, Manscaped has the performance package, right? Now, in the performance package, it comes with the Lawnmower 4.0. It comes with the Weed Whacker, which is a nose and ear hair trimmer, right? So you shave up your man parts, then you hit your nose, then you hit your ears. Well, what else comes with that performance package? You got ball toner, you got ball deodorant. Bro, Manscaped even comes with complimentary Manscaped boxers. I have graduated them to my lucky draws. And if you act now, you get a Manscaped travel shed bag to keep all of your goodies in. Listen, this is what I want to do. I want to save y'all some money. Voch says this. Go to manscaped.com. Get everything over there. Get the performance package. Throw a couple more lawnmowers in there. Use promo code VOCH20. VOCH 20 to get 20% off and free shipping. And don't forget that Manscaped ships internationally. All right, love y'all to pieces. Manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. And we have a new series. This is where I lean into matchups every week, particularly Cowboy matchups every week. And we hold these narratives accountable, or these Twitter people accountable, or these goofy little fans accountable, right? Whenever we get these numbers that we don't know where they came from, these matchup numbers, I'm going to have this series where I take the film from that particular matchup, put it on the screen, and let you guys come up with your own conclusions. This week, it was Ja'Marr Chase versus Trevon Diggs. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play on that. Now, if you want to mute me or whatever, do your thing, man. I'm not gonna feel offended. If you just wanted to take this bit of information and just do your own research with it and come up with your own conclusions, then fine. But I will be talking through this. Before I finish what I have to say about this, there was this little clip on Twitter that I found interesting. Ja'Marr Chase talking about big play opportunities and, you know, Diggs kind of being on and off. Let me just run that for you just for you to listen to.
Have you played against Diggs?
Yeah, I have in college.
First of all, I think it's irresponsible of this reporter to ask if Ja'Marr Chase has played against Trevon Diggs because, for one, we all seen the draft film LSU versus Alabama. I just think that the reporter should just know a little better than that.
What you know? I'm sorry if I was late.
He's an athlete. No, he's an athlete. Great ball. He got great ball skills in the air. He's super fast. He's not too much on technical sound though, you know what I'm saying? He's a little hit or miss, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's not too much on technical sound. He's a little hit or miss. And if you take a look at the play on the screen, this is one of Ja'Marr's catches versus Trevon Diggs, and it came via a pick play or a screen play. All right, so let's just keep tabs on that. So that's one catch for, I don't know, like what, 7 yards of Ja'Marr's total 15. Let's keep going.
He's either all the way on, or he's like not on at all. So, but he's definitely a great athlete.
Is this one of those weeks where explosive plays and explosive play might happen?
I mean, we hoping for that every week. That's not just this week. Every week we're trying to make a play happen.
Things got pretty spicy.
So it was safe to say that Ja'Marr Chase was expecting some explosive plays because they would assume that Trevon Diggs is undisciplined. They would assume that Trevon Diggs was a little hit or miss. They would assume that Trevon Diggs was just kind of stinking it up. But that was not the case here.
Stop the cap.
Shouts out to Trevon Diggs and everything that he was able to do against Ja'Marr Chase in this game. And to be fair, let's just be fair here. I don't want to paint too much of an incomplete narrative here. I do think a lot of the success came from the pass rush, right? Joe Burrow was kind of on his heels the whole game, and Micah Parsons just ruining plays kind of made it hard for Joe Burrow to find Ja'Marr Chase. But hey, that ain't my problem. That ain't my responsibility. It is your job to deal with that. It is your job to block the guys up front, and it is your job to find the wide receiver. But even if you take away that pass rush element, what the Dallas Cowboys pass rush was able to do, there's the other catch right there. It was on that very, very close slant route that Ja'Marr Chase had, and he jumped up and he celebrated. So that's his 2 catches on 3 targets for 15 yards there. Yeah. Like I was saying, I think even if you take away the pass rush and what they what they were able to do versus Joe Burrow, I still think that Trey Diggs had a pretty good day covering Jamar Chase, because Jamar Chase just never got going. What we saw last week versus Pittsburgh, my film has looped here, so I'll keep it playing if y'all just want to watch another loop of it. Here we go. If you watched Cincinnati play last week versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, it may start a certain way. Joe Burrow started kind of slow. There were 4 turnovers and a fumble, but eventually Jamar Chase got going. Regardless of what was happening on the other side, TJ Watt whooping Lael Collins, because the offensive line was bad this game, but it was bad last game also. But last game they got going. What I thought was impressive is that in this game versus the Dallas Cowboys, the Cincinnati Bengals never, ever got going. I think that was because the coverage ability. Now in this game, it wasn't like Trey Diggs was just shadowing Jamar Chase. That wasn't the case. But what I do think is interesting is Diggs kind of stayed on his side of the field for the most part. Right? But then sometimes when Jamar Chase would line up in the slot, Diggs would follow him there. It wouldn't be every time. Diggs ended up on T. Higgins a lot. Diggs ended up on tight end sometimes. Like in this situation on the screen here, you see Trevon Diggs following Jamar Chase to the slot. But other times, Diggs just kind of stayed in his spot. I think that's interesting. Now, when I watch this film again, because I watched the film multiple times, when I watch this film again, I'm going to look for some of the technical cues or some of the technical reasonings why, Trey Diggs, stayed in his spot. One time he would chase Jamar to the outside. Another time he would chase Jamar to the slot. Another time, right? Maybe it has something to do with the side of the field, the side of the field, the field or boundary side, whichever side has more room to work with. I don't really know for sure. If I was in the room, with the beat writers and reporters or whatever, when they do the Dan Quinn weekly press conference, I would love to ask them, hey, what was the decision behind sometimes Trey Diggs following Jamar into the slot or Trey Diggs staying on his side? Because even like I think that one of the last bigger plays towards the end of the game, it was in the red zone. T. Higgins kind of pushed off on Diggs there, and that was a play that Diggs kind of gave up there. I would love to know. I would love to know what was the rationale there. But I don't know. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. I'll text one of my beat writer friends and they'll give me some information. With that being said, I think that's all I got for y'all. I didn't want this to be a long video. I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts on this and just have the Jamar Chase versus Trey Diggs film out in the atmosphere. We're going to be watching film on my Patreon. Tonight we're going to watch defensive line. Tomorrow or the next day we'll be watching offensive line. So if you want to watch some of this film with a little more detail, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate y'all very much. There will be some more film I'll be dropping, and we got live streams daily Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Central. Y'all hold it down for Doski Woski and Peasky Whiskey. Till next time, salute.